Well, that was scary. All that feedback. Lacey's People and Pets, how you doing, everyone? Yay! You made it! You're here! The sun is shining. Could you imagine if it was yesterday and we were trying to enjoy science-based outdoor fun? That would be much different. So glad that the clouds parted and we got another nice, cool sunny evening here in Lacey, Washington. So thanks for everyone coming out tonight to the continuation of the 2023 Lacey and Tunes Children's Entertainment Series. Yay! And of course, none of this would be possible without our sponsors, so I'd like to take a moment to share them with you right now. So let's make sure you thank some of you. I see some of you wearing their sunglasses, but BECU, Interstate Batteries, Lacey Collision, Olympia Federal Savings, Umpqua Bank, Lacey Timberland Bank Library, Heritage Bank, Molina Healthcare, Grand Canyon University, Olympic Press Coffee Roasters, Showcase Magazine, The Olympian, Mix 96, KGY, 94.5 Roxy, Thurston Community Media, Oli Arts, and the JLTnews.com. And of course, it's presented by Lacey Parks Culture and Recreation.
Sounds pretty easy.
So don't forget, we have our summer schedule in pocket calendar form. So see our staff members for a bunch of fun swag information. And then also, Jeanette's she's gonna display her little QR code that she has on her fancy necklace there. And what that QR code is gonna do, it's gonna give you access to a survey. And what that survey is gonna do, it gives you the opportunity for us to hear what you want out of Lacey in Tune. So please, scan that code. It's all over the place. It's on billboards. It's on Jeanette. It's on, forgot your name, but it's everywhere. All right. So, so also be sure to support our great food vendors, Sunshine Scoops and Hot Dogs, and River Ridge Band Kettle Corn. Both very delicious. Thank you so much. And then stop by and say hi to our Lacey Library peeps. And they got some fun activities for you to do. Naomi's over there. And another great sponsor joining us today is Molina Healthcare. So be sure to check them out and give them the opportunity to check you out. Just thought of that one. That was pretty good. All right. And then we also have the Girl Scouts with some fun activities. Two. And then also join us tomorrow at noon as our lunchtime concert continues, and enjoy Zydeco Lowdown with the fun sounds of Louisiana. I don't know what that sounds like, so I'm excited to come check that out. And then our Play in the Park series continues next Thursday with Border Collies International's Performing Dogs on August 3rd from 2 to 3 at Meridian Neighborhood Park. I like it when I don't preview what I say enough, and then when I'm actually reading it, I get more and more excited and surprised about what it is. So just saying that sentence, Border Collies International Performing Dogs, it gets better every word. I love it. And then of course on Friday night, the Food, Fun, and Flicks continues with the Olsen Brothers at 7, followed by Top Gun Maverick at dusk. So come early, eat dinner here at 6 p.m. with our food trucks, including Chick-fil-A, La Chaparrita Tacos, I Chihuahua Dogs, River Ridge Band, Booster Kettle Corn, and Sunshine Scoops Ice Cream. Then next Tuesday, join us for the kids' comedy antics of Angel Ocasio at 6:30 p.m. So, and as always, thank you to TC Media for coming out each week to recording Lacey and Tunes. And this show will be available soon on their website on demand.
Yes, you are.
Don't forget, the park rules are still in continuation from now and forever. So please, we've launched that Fresh Air Initiative where our parks are now smoke and vape free as an effort to keep our kids healthy and our parks beautiful. So thank you for following these rules. And of course, if you brought your pets, they must be on a leash. We'd also like to, just make sure all you fun parents and all you fun kids, it's going to be really exciting. You're going to want to get up close and personal, but please don't try to jump up on this area if not called up by our performer, because they are going to be doing science experiments. So we want to make sure everything stays fun and safe for everyone. So I'd like to introduce Naomi from the Lacey Library, Timberland Library Parks, to come up and introduce the performer. I'm not going to cross over. That's crossing the stream to get the feedback. I'm just going to have you be right here.
Hey everybody, how are you doing tonight? Doing all right? Ooh, feedback zone. Hot mic. Okay, I just wanted to mention quickly that we have a summer reading program, our summer library program at the library. Who here has gotten one of these before? Raise your hand if you've got one. Incredible! Great job, everybody. If you haven't, good news. You can still come to the library and sign up for our summer library program. When you do, you get a free book just for signing up. Very cool. We also, over at my booth over here, I got some calendars of all of our events. This coming Friday, we're going to be having a jigsaw puzzle exchange. So if you have some old jigsaw puzzles that you'd like to trade for some new ones, it's a perfect time for that. And yeah, if you ever have any questions about the library, I would love to answer them. We got all sorts of things there. So how many of you here know what STEM is? Does anybody know what STEM is? Raise your hand if you know. Oh yeah. What does it stand for? It stands for things, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math. So tonight, science and stories collide in this brand new interactive STEM program. So get ready to see how two unlikely heroes learn to work together to stop a super polluting mastermind with science. So put your hands together for our host, Will from Talewise.
Hello everybody! How is everybody doing tonight? Good? Awesome. My name is Will, and I'm from Talewise, where learning is powered by stories. And today, we're going to be learning all about science. But first, we need to go through a couple of rules, okay? Awesome. So there are going to be times in the show where you can call out or listen. When I gesture to the audience like this, it is your time to call out. Otherwise, it is time to listen. Awesome. Rule number 2, stay on the grass or in your... Awesome, unless you are told otherwise. Rule number 3, make sure we are all staying off of the... unless we're told otherwise. Excellent. Also, our most important part. Throughout the show, I'm going to need volunteers. So, in order to improve your chances of getting picked to be one of our volunteers, this is what I need you to do, okay? Every time I say, I need a volunteer, this is what you'll do. You raise your hand in the sky like this. Let's see you all do it if you'd like to be a volunteer. Separate those fingers for maximum coverage so I can see you even all the way back there on the purple shirt. Awesome. Next, what you're gonna do is wiggle your arm in the air like this. Perfect. Now, very importantly, this is not a time to call out. Instead of going, ooh, pick me, go, I want everybody to make that same humming noise right now. Awesome. Are we ready to start the show? Awesome. But first, I need to tell you how our story begins. The professor and Penny were working in the lab when suddenly they looked at the clock. It was time for lunch. They were both getting very hungry. So, the professor decided to make his favorite snack, a marshmallow sandwich. So, he took out a piece of bread like this, pow, and spread gooey marshmallows all over it. Then, Penny started to crave her favorite food, a banana sandwich. So she took out a piece of bread and went pow, and spread bananas all over it. Then, suddenly, they got a wild idea, something that has never, ever been done before. All right, stand up if you're able to. What we're gonna do is take out a piece of bread like this. Awesome. We're gonna spread marshmallows all over that piece of bread. Awesome job, everybody. Now we're gonna take out a second piece of bread like this. Pow! Awesome. Now we're gonna spread bananas all over it. Awesome. And then on the count of 3, we're gonna combine the 2 pieces of bread together to make something brand new that wasn't made before. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, combine! Awesome, we're gonna try that one more time. We're gonna take out a piece of bread like this, pow! We're gonna spread marshmallows all over it. Then we're gonna take out another piece of bread, pow! We're gonna spread bananas all over it. And then on the count of 3, we're gonna take the 2 different ingredients and combine them together, making something brand that wasn't there Awesome. All right. On the count of 3, are you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Awesome job. Okay, so what we just did there is called a chemical change. We are going to do an experiment all about chemical change. But first, I need 2 volunteers. You right here, come on up, sitting on the blanket, perfect. And you right here holding the slinky, come on up. All right, what is your name? Liam. And how old are you? 9 years old. Let's give Liam a round of applause, everybody. And what is your name? Lila. And how old are you, Lila? 6 years old. Let's give Lila a round of applause. Thank you for being our volunteers for today. So, should we just go ahead and start the experiment? Or should we think about some safety precautions first, right? Before every experiment, we must need an adult, parent, or grown up. And then also for this experiment, we will need our safety glasses. Lila, go ahead and take these safety glasses.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And then Liam, put these safety glasses on as well. And what we're also going to need for our super special experiment is our calcium chloride. This is actually the salt that we use to de-ice our roads in the winter. What we'll also need is our sodium alginate. This comes from seaweed. And lastly, a bowl of water. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoop of this calcium chloride,
Get as close as we can when we're getting...
and Liam is going to put that in our bowl of water.
Like we'll try to zoom in right on the thingy when it's happening.
All right, Liam, go ahead and put this in our bowl of water here and give it a
Zoom in
mix.
on the bowl.
Now, while this is mixing up, our calcium chloride is dissolving, turning from a solid into a liquid. Awesome. So in just a moment, once we get this all mixed up, that's looking good. Thank you, Liam. Just give it a few more scoops here. Excellent. Now, Lila's going to come over here with our sodium alginate. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze. If you could just lift this right over the bowl, we're going to go around the rim of the bowl 3 times. All right? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Now, this sodium alginate is now in our mixture, and it's going to transform itself. So, our sodium alginate right now kind of looks like a liquid, right? Like syrup or honey. But in just a moment, it's going to transform from a liquid into a solid. Excellent. Now let's count down from 10. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa! I got a bunch of ooey gooey worms. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Do you guys want to give it a touch? Awesome. So this was once just a liquidy gooey substance, and now it's actually solidified. Isn't that cool? Check this out. All right, so if you'd like to give a feel on the sodium alginate that has now been solidified, go ahead and stick out your hand, and I'm going to run through the crowd and give you a moment to give it a feel. There you go. Be sure you do not pinch, grab. All right, awesome. I will get this row in just a moment. Stick out the hands here. Perfect. I know, right? It's way more solid than it was before. Awesome. Great job. All right, excellent. All right. Isn't that ooey gooey gross? Why would you want to give this a feel? Ugh. Gross. All right, you two back here, very quickly. Ugh, gross, right? All right, second row. Ugh. You want to give it a feel again? Gross. Ugh. Oh. Yucky. Ugh. goes. E. And this many volunteers want to give this a go. Very great. All right, now I'm gonna head back to the stage to continue our story. Ugh, gross. All right, I'll get these guys back here real quick. Ooh, yucky. All right. Let's give our volunteers, Lila, and was it Liam? Yeah, Liam, a round of applause. All right, so you can put your safety glasses on the table and have a seat. All righty. So, next in our story, the professor and Penny had just had lunch. They were eating their brand new banana and marshmallow sandwich when suddenly they smelled something. This smell did not smell good. In fact, it smelled rotten. Ugh. So, what did Professor and Penny do? They followed the smell. They went to the left of the stage. It wasn't coming from over here, so they went to the right of the stage. And it wasn't coming from here either. So, they went crazy and went through the audience. Oh my goodness, oh, looking for the smell, when suddenly they realized it was outside. So, they opened
Feeling good. It's like moving around a lot.
You get even a little wider.
and there it was, a giant
We've got a
mountain of
We've got the
garbage.
audience on the table at the same time, so he's like,
Gross. This could only be the works of one person. Dr. Sludge, the super greasy garbage dumper. All right, so every time I say the super greasy garbage dumper, I need everyone to do this. Dun, 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 dun. All right, can we try that? Are you ready? All right. The super greasy garbage dumper. Very good. The super greasy garbage dumper. Amazing. The super duper super trooper. Very good. So, the professor and Penny saw the giant mountain of stinky garbage and they decided to climb it to figure out who was up to this disgusting mess out their lap. So, what did they do? They started to climb the stinky mountain of garbage all the way to the top when suddenly it happened. Penny slipped, but she grabbed hold of the professor's hand, but it was too late. So they tumbled hand in hand down the giant mountain of garbage. Ugh, gross. I need 2 volunteers because we are going to represent a chain reaction, just like the professor and Penny down the mountain. All right, so go on and come on up to the stage. You as well here. I hear some excellent hummers out there. All right, what is your name? Luis, and how old are you, Luis? 10 years old. Let's give Luis a round of applause. And what is your name? Alexander. And how old are you, Alexander? 5 years old. Let's give Alexander a round of applause. Awesome. Sir Isaac Newton once said, an object in motion will stay in motion, and an object at rest will stay at rest. So, in the case of Professor and Penny, they were both objects in motion. And in this case, we are going to send this chain into motion, causing a chain reaction. Each one of these beads here is connected individually one by one, creating a chain 50 feet long. And in just a moment, I'm going to have one of our volunteers hold this cup in front of the table here. I am going to send this chain into motion, causing a chain reaction, and you will actually see some of the beads lift up out of the cup as if they're floating on out. All right, so if you don't mind stepping right here, I'm going to hand you some safety goggles Alexander as well. There you are. Thank you so much. And Luis, if you could just stick out your hand just like this, raise it up a little bit higher so we can all see. Perfect. And then with your other hand, grab the backside of the cup. So just like you're holding a cup of water. Excellent. All right. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Let's see. There we go. Whoa! Amazing! It's floating out of the cup. Amazing! Let's give Luis a round of applause, everybody! Okay, so should we try that again? Okay, should we change something about the experiment? Okay. So what if we made the beads even smaller? What if we made them even bigger? Okay, all right. So, Alexander, let's go to the front where Luis was just before. And you're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to stick out the cup into your hand, just like this. Stick it out. Perfect. Actually, other hand here. Perfect. And then with that hand, grab the other side of the cup. And let's make sure everybody can see. So let's take about 2 or 3 steps back here. Perfect. Excellent. And then we're going to count to 3 again. Are you ready? Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Whoa! Very cool! Look at that! It's floating right out of the cup! Amazing! Great job, Alexander! Thank you so much! Alright, so Luis and Alexander, you can put your safety glasses on the table and find yourself a seat. Thank you so much! Alright. That experiment was pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's continue on, but before we do our next experiment, I need to tell you what happens next in our story. On a hot and sunny day, kind of like today, I like to cool down with an ice-cold glass of lemonade. Who else here likes an ice-cold glass of lemonade on a warm day? Okay, who else likes a ice-cold glass of iced tea? Okay. Who likes an old-fashioned cup of water? Awesome. So, with the case of Dr. Sludge, he disliked all those things. He didn't like lemonade, he didn't like iced tea, and he despised water. So, after a long day of polluting the planet, Dr. Sludge would go to his super greasy, super secret rooftop lair, kick back his feet, and pour himself a nice, no, a mean glass of sludge juice. Ugh, gross. So, what we're gonna do now is we need to all distract Dr. Sludge so we can allow the professor and Penny to get into the lab to stop Dr. Sludge once and for all. So, everybody stand up if you're able to. So, I'm Dr. Sludge right now. I'm hanging out on my rooftop lair trying to enjoy a mean glass of sludge juice. But I need all of you guys to distract me right now. So, what we're going to do is on the count of 3, everyone is going to clap their hands once. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Clap! Excellent. But Dr. Sludge did not hear it. So, this time, we clap even louder. 1, 2, and a 3. Clap! Excellent. But Dr. Sludge still couldn't hear it. So, we clap twice in a row this time. Ready? 1, 2, a 3. 1, 2. He raised his head. He looked around, and then he sat back down and started drinking his sludge juice again. We can do better than that, right? How about we clap 3 times this time, okay? All right? Awesome. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Clap, clap, clap. Awesome. So, Dr. Sludge got up out of his seat. He looked over and he saw Professor and Penny breaking into the lab. So, what did Dr. Sludge do? He chased him. Everybody sit down. Whoa, he went through the audience like a maniac, chasing everyone. He found Dr. Sludge. He ran down the aisles, up and down, and then suddenly, whew, Dr. Sludge got very tired. He was out of breath. And then he remembered his sludge juice at the top of his super secret lair. So he ran all the way back up to the top, and he couldn't believe his eyes. The sludge juice was gone. Then he looked up at the hot sun and realized just then and there his sludge juice had evaporated, turning from a liquid into a gas. Excellent, excellent. This is a part of the water cycle. Evaporation is a very, very, very important part of the water cycle, and we are going to do an experiment all about the water cycle. But first, I need 2 volunteers. You right there. Come on up, red sweatshirt. And you right there in the middle with the pink shirt. Come on up. What's your name? Michael. And how old are you, Michael? 8 years old. Let's give Michael a round of applause. And what is your name? Sorry, Lilia? Okay, and this is Lilia. How old are you, Lilia? 9 years old. Let's give Lilia a round of applause. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do here is hand you some of our safety items, our glasses. Go ahead and put these on, Lilia. Thank you so much. I'll need some of our materials. First, we will need an empty soda bottle. Interesting. We will need a bicycle pump. How curious. And we will also need something that is commonly found in your home, isopropyl alcohol, or better known as rubbing alcohol. So, what I'm going to do here, in order to show us all about the water cycle, is I'm going to take some of this rubbing alcohol, put it into our bottle here, and then I'll show you in just a moment what we'll do with the pump. So, if we remember Dr. Sludge juice, it had turned from a liquid into a gas. This is called water vapor, evaporation. So, what happens when the hot sun hits water is it slowly evaporates, raising up into the sky. Once that water vapor raises up into the sky so high it cools down and condenses, turning into a cloud. A cloud. And clouds are all the way up in the sky. Awesome. So, what we're going to do today is create our very own cloud in a bottle. But first, I'm going to take, just like I said before, a cap of this rubbing alcohol. And then Michael, if you could stand right here and put 2 hands on top of the bicycle pump. And once I say ready, go ahead and push down about 5 times. All right, ready when you are, Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent job. And then Lilia, if you could come and replace Michael's spot here and do the exact same here. So about 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the air pressure in this bottle all the way up to 20 psi, and it gets more and more difficult as we go on here. All right. So, audience, we're going to count down from 3 in just a moment, but make sure you keep your eye on the bottle here. All right? 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Our very own cloud in a bottle. Very cool. Should we try it again? Should we change something about it? Alrighty. So what happens if we already have a cloud inside the bottle? Go ahead, Michael, and give about 5 pumps of pressure. Keep your eyes on the bottle. Go for it. Whoa, it disappeared. Amazing. Perfect. And then Lilia, if you could replace Michael's spot here and do about 5 more. Excellent. Great job. Now I'm going to do the same as before and increase the pressure to 20 PSI. Amazing. Now let's count down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Awesome. Whoa! Very cool, huh? Alrighty, let's go ahead and give Lilia and Michael a round of applause. You can take off your safety glasses, put them on the table, and have a seat. Thank you so much. Alright. Our next experiment is going to be all about air pressure. But first, I need to tell you what happens next in our story. So, the professor and Penny had just broken into Dr. Sludge's super secret lair. They're rounding the corner, looking for anything to put into Dr. Sludge for once and for all, when suddenly they see him over here. Mwah! You have fallen into my trap! Dr. Sludge pulls a lever. Then all of a sudden, the worst thing possible happened. All the doors locked. And then, all of the walls started to move in on on the professor and Penny. After a moment more, they realized the ceiling was closing in on them too. Oh no! They looked for anything that they could do to stop this, but it was too late. They were all coming in on them. So everybody stand up if you're able to. We need to help the professor and Penny. They need our help, everybody. So everybody, put your hands up like we need to push the ceiling up away from us, as if it's coming down on us. All right, so the professor and Penny were trapped. They put up their hands, and then with the help of everyone in the audience, we all pushed up, up, up. But it was so strong, it pushed us all down, down, down. But you guys don't give up. We aren't quitters in here. We succeed, right? So we push up, 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 even harder, and pushed it all the way up, and it moved away. But then, the walls started to close in as well, even harder. So we pushed to the right. Oh, it was so strong, it pushed us to the left. Oh no, it was too strong. The ceiling started to come down again, and it pushed us down, 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 all the way back into our seats. All right, so we're going to do an experiment about air pressure here. But first, has anyone ever gone swimming before? Okay. Has anyone ever swam underwater before? Okay, so what happens when you swim underwater is water pressure is pushing in on you from all sides. So we're going to get a visual representation of what that air pressure would look like in this tube. I need 2 volunteers here. Let's see. You right there in the orange sweatshirt. And you in the jacket right there. Awesome. So before we start any experiment, awesome. I will need to know your names first. What is your name? Ethan. And how old are you, Ethan? 6 years old. Let's give Ethan a round of applause, everybody. And what is your name? Olivia. And how old are you, Olivia? 10 years old. Let's give Olivia a round of applause. Excellent. And before we start any experiment, we need our safety goggles. There you are, Ethan. So for this experiment, oh, very cool, very cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of our scientific materials. Those scientific materials that I am using right now is 1, a hair dryer, and 2, a ping pong ball. So, in just a moment, I'm going to show you exactly why I need these 2 scientific materials. Ethan, if you wouldn't mind meeting me at the front of the table here, be very careful stepping down. So in just a moment, if you could step down right here on the carpet here, we'll go around this little tripod. Excellent, thank you so much. So in just a moment, Ethan, I'm going to hand you our hair dryer. Just to hold for a moment, thank you so much.
Camera's twitching a lot. You might want this little bit
All
off,
right,
then you
and I am
have
going to
like a
trade you
solid
again for the
depth.
ping pong ball. Thank you so much. Now, I have a few settings on here, a high pressure and a low pressure. Which one do you think is stronger? The high pressure. So should we use that setting? Alrighty. So I'm going to turn on the hair dryer here, and in just a moment, Ethan, you're going to lift the hair dryer right over the ping pong ball right over the tip of the hair dryer, and then let go. So we'll just wait a moment, and you'll let go right when I say so. So keep your hand on the side. If you lift your hand above, it might not work here. So go ahead and let go. Whoa! It might be a little difficult with the wind here, so I'll put my back to it. Whoa, very cool. So I'll see if I can get it for a moment longer here. Whoa. Is everybody getting a chance to see? Amazing, huh? All right. Thank you so much, Ethan. Everybody give Ethan a round of applause. Great job, Ethan. You can go ahead and stand back up here on the stage. Now, that was pretty cool, huh? Yeah? Oh, thank you. I'll take that. It was pretty cool, huh? Okay. So, should we try it again? Should we change something? All right. Should we use the ping pong ball again? Okay. Maybe we should do something else then. Should we use the hair dryer again? Okay, maybe I'll put away the hair dryer then. Oh, Ethan, good idea. In fact, great idea. Alrighty. So, do you think the hair dryer will work for this? Okay, so I need something bigger, stronger. Alrighty. I've got myself here a leaf blower. Alright, so it is a little windy out, so we might have a eyeball trying to escape our show today, but I'm fairly confident that we can try it. So everybody just be aware, if this floats off into the audience, don't be afraid if it falls on you, okay? It's not gonna cause you any harm here, but just don't get too chaotic, okay, if it flies into the audience, all right? Just relax and I'll come and grab it in just a moment. But I think it should be okay. All right, now, if you could join me in front of the table here, and same as before, I'm going to hand you the eyeball. I'm going to turn on our hair dryer here. It feels like we are having a lull in the wind, so let's get this started. Go ahead and raise above the tip. Oop. And then just back away. Whoa! Awesome! I'm gonna try to come through a little bit here. Amazing! Wow! Should I tip it? Let's see. All right, you wanna catch it? Stand right here in front of the blanket, and I'm gonna give it over to you to catch. You ready? Awesome. Should we try that one more time? Alrighty, go ahead and come on right down here. Thank you, Ethan, be careful. Okay, I'm gonna hand you the eyeball here. I'm gonna turn it back on. There you go. Oh, very close. All right, everybody, let's give Ethan a round of applause. I'm so sorry, your name once more? Olivia. Let's also give Olivia a round of applause. All right, you can leave your safety glasses on the table and have yourself a seat. Thank you so much, volunteers. All right. So, our next experiment is going to be all about absorption. But first, I need to tell you what happens next in our story. So, the professor and Penny were trapped. They were looking left, they were looking right, but all the walls and ceilings were closing in on them. And suddenly, they saw it, a way out. So, they crawled through the corner of the room, and they found a pipe where they crawled all the way through, when suddenly, water started rushing towards them. So, what did they have to do when water starts rushing towards a tube? Swim! They had to start swimming. So everybody stand up if you're able to. We're gonna show our best swim moves. First, they did overhand just like this. Then, they did the doggy paddle. And then, they did my favorite, the back pedal, as well as the doggy paddle. There we go. All right, excellent job, everybody. Thank you for showing me your swimming skills. So, as the professor and Penny were swimming through the water here, it got more and more difficult to move because their clothes were soaking wet. So, what happens when you go underwater is your clothes become very heavy, right? So who stood out in the rain too long? Who's fallen in the pool with all their clothes on? Yes, so what happens to your clothes is they absorb the water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you an experiment all about absorption, but first, I need 2 volunteers. You, come on up. And you, come on up. Thank you so much. Be careful, watch your step. Excellent. All right. Your name is Layla. And how old are you, Layla? 4 years old. Let's all give Layla a round of applause. And your name is Oliver. And how old are you, Oliver? 5 years old. Let's give Oliver a round of applause. Awesome. So I'm going to give you two your safety goggles. Excellent job. Thank you so much. And I'm going to grab our scientific materials. We'll need 2 empty beakers, a beaker with water, a baking sheet, as well as our sodium polyacrylate. So, sodium polyacrylate is incredibly good at absorbing water. So good, in fact, that we use it in diapers. No, I'm just kidding. We use it in new diapers, not used diapers. So, what we're going to be doing today is showing you the powerful capabilities of sodium polyacrylate. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my measuring scoopers, going to take a good scoop of our sodium polyacrylate. All right. Now, if you could pour our sodium polyacrylate into the jar here. Let's see you do that. Awesome job. All right. So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take our water. You don't mind scooting just a little bit to your right here. Thank you so much. Both of you, just scoot a little bit because I'm going to kneel down this way. Perfect. Perfect job. Great. Thank you so much. And I'm going to pour about 150 milliliters of water into our sodium polyacrylate. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about sodium polyacrylate. Sodium polyacrylate is so incredibly good at absorbing water that we also use it to clean up pollution in the soil. We use it to clean up floods, and we also use it to transport trees. So, in just a moment, we're going to all count to 10 together, and I'm going to show you the amazing capabilities of this substance here. Let's count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look straight out into the audience. Whoa! Now look up. Whoa! Very cool. So it is so incredibly absorbent that it's almost turned into like a Dairy Queen blizzard here. All right, so I'll go ahead and smack this out of the cup here. Awesome. And then now, should we try that again? Should we change something about the experiment? Okay, so what happens if we use less water? What do you think's gonna happen? Is the reaction gonna be slower or faster? Faster, okay, I hear a couple. Remember your predictions here. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put in even less water, so about 75 milliliters here. Alrighty, there we are. Gonna give it a little mix here. Wonderful. And then this time, I'm not gonna tell you about sodium polyacrylate because that was a way to use up time because it usually takes about 10 seconds in the lab. But right now we're gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. It was even faster this time. Isn't that incredible? Awesome. Let's all give our volunteers a round of applause. And if you're interested in giving the sodium polyacrylate that's been, go ahead and put your safety glasses on the table here. If you're interested in giving the sodium polyacrylate that has been interacted with water, go ahead and come up to the front of the stage here. Perfect. And then our volunteers can go ahead and have a seat or come and feel the sodium polyacrylate as well. Now everybody, you're going to stick out one finger. You're not going to pick up, no, we are all staying off the stage. Everybody staying off the stage. You are not to stand on the concrete, just on the grass. So if you are on concrete, make sure you're standing on the grass. Thank you so much. If you're on the concrete, stand on the grass. Thank you so much. Once you have given it a feel, it is time to go find your seat again, all right? All right, now go find your seat. Isn't that icky, gross, squishy, huh? All right. Yuck, huh? Ugh. You are some brave volunteers. All right, once you've given it a feel, go ahead and find yourself a seat. Very gross. Isn't that yucky? Ugh. Okay, come on over here. Right, it kind of looks like snow, huh? Ew, yucky, huh? Very gross. Ugh. Isn't that cool, though? Pretty cool, huh? Alrighty. Oh, there you are. Possibly. We'll have to see. All right. Once you have given it a feel, go ahead and find yourself a seat. Thank you guys for being so patient. Interesting. Alrighty. The sodium polyacrylate is gonna go away. Did you want to? Real quick. There you are. Or just give it a look. There you go. Alrighty. Excellent. That was pretty cool, huh? Wasn't that a little weird and gooey? Interesting. So, what we're gonna do next is our grand finale. Who's ready for the end of the show? The grand finale! Alrighty, but next, I need to tell you what happens in our story. So, the professor and Penny had just escaped from the long tube with rushing water, and finally they made it out to the end. And they were outside of Dr. Sludge's super secret, super greasy, super stinky garbage lair. When suddenly, they rounded the corner, and they looked, and he was right there. Except, he was standing right on top of a trap door. All right, everybody, I need you to stand up if you're able to. Everybody stick out your hands just like this. This is our trap door. We're gonna make a super cool sound effect every time I say open, okay? So once I say open, we're gonna go swoosh, open. Awesome. Now, when I say close, we're gonna make a super cool sound effect. Bam. Awesome. So let's stick out the trap door. Open, swoosh, close, bam. Open, swoosh, close, bam. Awesome, awesome. Now what we're gonna do, stay standing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend like we are standing on top of our trapdoor. But we're gonna fall through this time all the way down into our seats. Ready? Open, swoosh, close, bam. All right, great job, everybody. So wasting no time at all, the professor got him. He ran over to the lever. He pulled on the trapdoor lever as hard as he could, but it wouldn't budge. So Penny took his place. She tried as well, but it still wouldn't budge. So what I need to do is I need one volunteer. Someone who has not been up before. Thank you. You in the tie-dye shirt right there. Come on up. Alrighty. What is your name? Lincoln? And how old are you, Lincoln? 7 years old. Let's give Lincoln a round of applause. Alright, so I'm gonna need some of our scientific materials here. Lincoln, if you could bring these to the table for me. I am quite tired. Right there, perfect. Now I'm going to give you a roll of toilet paper. Excellent. And a baking sheet. Amazing. You can put all those on the table here. Now, looking at these scientific materials, you may be asking yourself, what in the world is Will gonna do with these? Well, I'm missing one element, one ingredient. This element is an element of danger. The most dangerous item that I've used in this entire show. Are you ready? I have back here a raw egg. Very dangerous. All right, so what I'm going to do with this raw egg is I'm going to pretend that this is Dr. Sludge. I'm going to put this tray on top of the cup of water. This is going to be our trap door. All right. I'm going to take this toilet paper tube and put it directly in the center of the cup. I'm going to place this egg directly on top of the tube. And now, I'm going to need a countdown. If you could stand on this side here, that'd be excellent. Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna count down from 3. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and bam! I hit the tray, sending it into motion, and the egg fell perfectly in here. If we remember in the past, Sir Isaac Newton said, an object in motion will stay in, and an object at rest will stay at. So, in this scenario, our egg was at rest, and I sent our tray into motion. So, do you think we should try that again? Okay. Should we try it with the same amount of materials? Okay. Should we double the danger? Should we triple the danger? All right, I like the sound of that. So, I'm going to have our volunteer here bring 2 more glasses to the table. Thank you so much, just one at a time here. And another, thank you so much. And 2 of our tubes, thank you so much. And our elements of danger. I'll hold on to these for now. Thank you. So, in order to do this experiment, I'm going to need to set these up very intricately. I'm going to put all these cups together here. I'm going to take our tray, put it on top of our cups here, and center these tubes. Excellent. All right, just with a show of hands, who thinks this is going to go well? Okay, you guys have some confidence. Me, might be lacking it a little bit. But I did watch a guy on YouTube do it this morning, and it worked out pretty well for him. All right, so let's see. Let me add our eggs, our element of danger. Hopefully the wind won't be too rough on me here. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready for the countdown? For the finale? For the end of the show? Alrighty, here we go. Let's count down from 3, 3, 2, 1. I hope this works. Ooh, amazing, awesome. Let's give our volunteer a round of applause. Thank you so much. All right, so go ahead and find yourself a seat here. So with the case of the Professor and Penny, they pulled on the lever for the trapdoor. Bam! And Dr. Sludge fell all the way through, disappearing forever. And just like that, the Professor and Penny used teamwork to save the day. Just like you and I have to work together to put an end to pollution for once and for all. No more stinky garbage layers anywhere. All right, I'm Will, I'm from Talewise, and you guys have been so fantastic. Thank you so much.